Hey, this is Chris, and I am back again with a brand new trailer reaction video. Today, I'm going to be giving my reaction to Venom official trailer, or official trailer 1. This is our first proper full look at this new upcoming Venom film, spin-off to the Spider-Man film. I don't actually know if this is tying into Spider-Man Homecoming, if this is Sony doing its own thing with the villains, and I don't even think Sony or Marvel know at this point, so maybe we'll find out from this trailer. I have actually done a reaction video to the previous trailer that came out for Venom, the official teaser trailer. You can find the link to that in the description down below. I don't really have a whole lot to go on from my initial thoughts on this. The first trailer was very weird. It didn't really show much. It didn't show off Venom. It just showed a little bit of Tom Hardy sort of running through corridors and like screaming on hospital beds and sort of like the camera shaking in his face like it's the opening scene from Trainspotting. It looked weird. It didn't feel like a Venom film, so I'm hoping this one is definitely going to do that. And what's interesting about this trailer is that there was actually like an 8 to 10 second clip released last night, got leaked on Twitter, of the Venom transformation sequence. So I knew that a trailer was imminent. Whether Sony have released this trailer because it got leaked and they just wanted to get it out there, I don't know all the ins and outs of it. But my thoughts on the initial Venom transformation weren't that great, so hopefully this looks a bit more polished. The leaked footage last night didn't look like the CGI was complete, but because the trailers came out less than a day after that, it looks like that might be the final CGI, but we'll see. So I'm going to click play now.
You should be extremely afraid. Thank you for bringing us collectively to this moment. It is a moment that so many have dreamed of claiming. History starts today.
But it's like we've had no setup for the alien symbiote so far, like at all. Oh, in association with Marvel.
The guy you work for is an evil person.
I don't work for him. My firm works for him. Are you gonna behave yourself tomorrow?
I told you I'm gonna do my job.
I like both the casts.
I follow people that do not want to be followed.
What about the allegations that you recruit the most vulnerable for tests that end up killing people?
Your time to go.
You finished, Mr. Broad.
Was that a threat?
You had to learn how to hide in plain sight. I'm pretty good at it. But you suck. Whoever you are.
I work at the Life Foundation, and I need your help. We found something. We call them symbiotes.
Symbiotes?
Drake believes that the union between human and symbiote is the key to our evolution.
I thought it was symbiote. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Symbiote just sounds like they're saying it wrong.
I'm hearing a voice.
You're not real. You were just in my head.
I'm gonna need Mr. Drake's property back.
I don't know.
Why would we do that?
I like the Jekyll and Hyde angle they're going with this.
If you're gonna stay, you will only hurt bad people.
The way I see it, we can do whatever we want. Do we have a deal?
Are you willing to sacrifice
The one thing you hold most dear. You should be extremely afraid.
You should be extremely afraid, Mr. Wayne.
What the hell are you?
We are Venom.
Well, it looks slightly better than the leaked Twitter video last night. I guess I just don't like the transformation. I don't like how the mouth kind of like folds around his face. And the teeth as well, in that moment where it folds around and it kind of looks like the mouth of the Kraken from Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. It kind of reminds me of the new It movie, when he goes like all like into his demon form and the teeth come out. It reminds me of that. This definitely looks a lot better than the first trailer, which is just a given because the teaser trailer is just meant to get you vaguely interested in the movie, which it failed to do. This one showed a lot more. It showed a lot more of Venom in action. We get the full shot of Venom. And I guess we should talk about that first because that's the thumbnail for every one of these videos. That's the thing that people most wanted to see, and we finally get it. It looks like Venom. If you showed me a shot of it, I would be able to tell you that it's Venom. I guess I kind of need to see more. Like, we just sort of like get from the chest up. Like, I think I need to just get like a full look of the suit. It looks like it's completely CGI, which is probably the best way to go about it, in all honesty. Let's talk about Spider-Man 3, though, for a second. I'm one of the only people that kind of likes that movie. It's the weakest one of the Sam Raimi trilogy, and I get every single piece of negative criticism leveled against that movie. If you're a Spider-Man fan, if you followed the comics, if you like the character of Venom, the treatment of him was terrible in that film, but I just kind of objectively watched Spider-Man 3 as its own thing, as an entertaining movie, and it is exactly that to me. I love the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. But Venom did leave a lot to be desired in that film. But the initial look of Venom in that film, I quite liked. Before Topher Grace kept, like, peeling his face back, that just looked ridiculous, but the actual Venom on screen looked really good. I liked the use of the suit. It felt more in line with the black suit from that movie, and I really like the design of it. I like the transformation as well, where it was almost like an extra layer of skin and he was like having to peel it and like tear it off. I thought that was a really cool design for that. But we've got a new Venom now, so let's talk Tom Hardy as well. He is not the first choice I would have gone with for Eddie Brock. But then again, I really don't know much about the character of Eddie Brock. I'm aware of the character of Venom from like the 90s Spider-Man cartoon and some of the video games that I've played, and just the actual look of him is a very cool look. And the whole black suit Spider-Man story, I'm aware of that too. But in terms of his actual character, I really don't know anything about him, so I don't know if they've embellished that a little. I don't know if it's absolutely completely off the page. I guess we'll find out. I always thought he worked at the Daily Bugle with Peter Parker, but I might be wrong about that. Maybe someone can correct me in the comments. But it looks like they've gone the route that I thought they would, because I was always really hesitant from the idea of making a spin-off movie just from the villain's perspective. Because if you make them inherently just a villain all the way through, and true, there are some films out there where the main guy in it isn't a good guy at all, but it doesn't really work for a film. You need some kind of protagonist role. Even if they're an anti-hero, you need some kind of good guy quality to them, and it looks like that's what they're doing with Eddie Brock in this movie. It looks like they're really going for like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde angle with this one, where he's trying to fight this thing and it's consuming him and it's changing him into a different person, a person he doesn't want to be, and then maybe by the end of the movie he'll kind of embrace it or be able to control it or use it for good. We really don't get a look at the villain in this film. Now, will the villain be Carnage? Maybe. They need to set up the character of Eddie Brock though first, set up Venom, which they can do in like the first act, and then you're going to have the government probably creating something to counteract Venom if he's causing absolute chaos, and that will be the character of Carnage. That's what I'm predicting. We haven't seen anything. I don't believe any news has come out right now whether Carnage is in this film or not, but again, I could be wrong about that. I guess I'm interested by this film now. More so how this is going to fit into the overall MCU. So we all know that Sony, who actually own the rights to the Spider-Man character in film form, I believe. I think that Disney owned the rights of like merchandising, but I think films it's just Sony. They obviously struck a deal with Marvel and Disney to get the Spider-Man character, Spider-Man Homecoming, into the MCU. We had him in Civil War, we had Spider-Man Homecoming, and now we've got him in Infinity War as well. But I don't know if that stretches to all the other characters in the Spider-Man universe. I was always really hesitant with them making a film solely on Venom, because I think it takes a lot away from the character when you don't offset him next to Spider-Man. You're not going to be able to do like the whole black suit storyline. Is that going to filter into Spider-Man Homecoming now that Venom's been established? I really don't know if this is its separate thing, and I think that Kevin Feige was also very hesitant to make comments on whether that is going to filter in. There's been rumours that Tom Holland might feature in this film in a cameo. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Really, I honestly don't know why this film exists. Like, why couldn't they hold back and like bring Venom into a future Spider-Man Homecoming movie, or maybe in a future Avengers film, whatever they wanted to do. It seems just really random. Now, maybe if this film's a success with the likes of Tom Hardy being in there and Michelle Williams, maybe they will create like a slew of these villain-focused films from the Spider-Man universe. Maybe they'll do I don't know what else you could do. Maybe they could just do like a Green Goblin movie on its own. But again, Green Goblin is so tied in with Spider-Man. And even then, like, you can't do the Gwen Stacy storyline because they did that with Amazing Spider-Man 2. They kind of almost did that in the first Spider-Man film. And, you know, Mary Jane is the only one that's been established so far in Spider-Man Homecoming. But maybe, I think I've heard talks they want to do a Morbius film. But there are a lot of Spider-Man villains, and who knows, if this movie is a success, then maybe we will get more of these films, and maybe eventually that means that they won't have to keep cramming villains into a Spider-Man film. Maybe they could just do, like, they could do a Sinister Six movie if they have set up all previous 6 members of the Sinister Six. But this is getting way further down the line. Whether that will come to fruition, I don't know. Sony have tried to get a cinematic universe going with Spider-Man, which failed with Amazing Spider-Man, and it seems like they went to Marvel almost as a crutch to, like, help get Spider-Man back into the public eye. Back to how he used to be when I was a kid, when he used to be my favourite superhero, when the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films were among my favourites. I used to look forward to those every time they were released, and I really wish we'd have got a Spider-Man 4. But that is a story for another time. That'll do it for my initial reaction to Venom official trailer 1. Be sure to comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought of this trailer. Are you liking the look of the new Venom? Do you think this film will be any good? How do you think it will tie in, if at all, to Spider-Man Homecoming in the MCU? Anything Spider-Man, Venom, or Marvel related, please do let me know. But that'll do it for my video right now. Be sure to subscribe, spread the word, all that good stuff, and until the next video, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.